Hello everyone, my name is Emeron and welcome back to another Theory Thinker video about SAU aka Skibidi Animated Universe. Today I'm going to watch the elite, the ultimate, the literal elite cameraman. Now he will introduce himself. Oh, by the way, what the heck? So all the videos that I'm gonna play is going to talk about the episode 56 of Skibidi Toilets by none other than Dafuq. Boom!
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Today we'll talk about who the traitor might be, or if there is a traitor at all in the Alliance.
Yeah, this is
As you know, the
one.
traitor debate started mostly after episode 50 because of the fact that the location of the cameraman base was leaked and a few cameramen weren't doing the usual thumbs up as everyone else. Does this really prove that there are traitors amongst the cameraman? Is there a chance that any of the other races might be traitors? As you know, TV men know where the cameraman base is,
and then brings us to the base, and then here
using
now.
the same teleportation as TV men. Is there a chance that someone from TV men betrayed the Alliance? Or maybe it was one of the speaker men. I'll make sure to talk about all the theories and secrets you might have missed, so make sure to watch the video until the end. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, here we go.
Yeah, like and subscribe to my channel and his channel for my videos, his videos, for us to make more. Let's go. Remember, link in description. Go subscribe to the elite cameraman.
Let's first start with episode 23. This was the episode where we saw the lab where Titan Cameraman was being upgraded, but somehow regular Skibidi toilets found this place. It didn't end well for them, but it was still very strange. Normal Skibidi toilets finding a secret cameraman base? I don't know about you, but that doesn't really sound plausible to me. Unless it was pure luck and they found it randomly, which is very unlikely. Someone must have given them information. But there is a problem here, because if there was an information leak, why would the Skibidi toilets be shocked to see the Titan cameraman? Or they were just given the location of the base and didn't know what's inside and they were just going from room to room? This does seem likely, but who would betray the cameraman at this point of the series, since this was a long time ago? Forget the TV men, the speaker men weren't even introduced. But what's strange is that the speaker men appeared for the first time in the next episode. Maybe they tried to test the waters, and if the Skibidi toilets succeeded in the raid, they might have joined their side. Even though this might be a viable thing.
Yeah, it is true actually. You know, like, if one side is winning, you're gonna join them. And also, the cameraman song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, quite literally feels like got a little secret something there. But still gonna be a theory for those that want to dig in on it. Continue, cameraman.
Theory, I don't think that it's correct. My theory is that the Skibidi toilets might have captured a cameraman and interrogated him into learning where the base is, just like in episode 21, where the cameramen were interrogating a Skibidi toilet.
Well, yeah, that's true, because they technically can see what the cameraman had seen, since they are quote-unquote recording, I guess. It makes sense. They can like just hack into their camera, go into their hard drive, and then see what they had seen. But that is kind of scary, though.
Maybe the cameraman gave the location of the lab where Titan Cameraman was being upgraded as a trap for the Skibidi toilets. We most likely will never learn the truth about this small raid, but let me know if you have any other theories about this. Now let's move on to the actual theories about what's been happening lately and who might be betraying who and why. Right now, even though there isn't a way to know for certain that someone is a traitor in the Alliance, there are some signs of someone betraying. My personal opinion is that the TV race has the highest chance of being the traitors, but I'll get to that later in the video. Let's first talk about the cameramen that weren't happy about the Titan cameraman's comeback while the attack was happening in episode 50. As you know by now that these two cameramen didn't look happy and didn't do their thumbs up like everyone else. Did they actually want the Skibidi toilets to raid their base and destroy everything? I'm 100% sure that this wasn't an animation mistake. We all know that Dafuq likes to hide stuff like this, and he literally foreshadows everything and writes a pretty well-structured story filled with hints on what's gonna happen next. With this reasoning, it's likely that there is internal conflict between the cameramen. I don't know what the...
Yeah, you know, like maybe it's just they don't want to fight anymore. They want to give up. They want it to stop or something. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing at least.
Cause of this could be, but we can assume that the two cameramen that didn't do their thumbs ups don't like the Titan cameraman, or they are actually just traitors. But I really don't think that they would put themselves in a situation where they would also die as well. This is the only reason this idea doesn't make sense to me. Because if the Skibidi toilets actually succeeded in the raid, these two cameramen would also die alongside everyone. Until now, other than the plunger cameraman, there hasn't been any regular cameraman showing any signs of bravery. I wouldn't think that these two are an exception. Now, let's talk about if the traitor could be amongst the speakermen. This actually is very likely, most likely, because of all the infection stuff, and even the Titan speaker...
Very likely, most likely.
Man is still being infected at this point. And as far as we know, there were speakermen in the cameraman base, and they know the location of it, even though they seem to be the most peaceful among any race. I do have a theory on why and how they could have leaked the location without knowing. Remember the mutant Skibidi toilet from episode 37 that looks and moves very weirdly? Look at his body and the bodies of the large speakerman next to him. He has the body of a large speakerman mixed with a Skibidi toilet head. For this to happen, the Skibidi toilets most likely captured a large speakerman after it was infected and removed his head and replaced it with the Skibidi toilet. There is a chance.
Also, look at those fingers. What the heck? What did they do to the fingers? Did they pull it apart or something? God dang.
That the Skibidi toilets got some information while doing procedures to put the Skibidi toilet into the large speakerman's body. Other than something forceful like this, I really don't see a scenario where the speakerman would betray the Alliance because of how peaceful they are, and they need the help of the Alliance to survive at this point because of the number of speakermen left. If it continues like this, they'll go extinct soon. Hopefully, the Alliance figures out a way to save the speakerman and stop their suffering. It's been pretty wild lately. Skibidi toilets literally started eliminating them one by one, as we can see in episode 53. All these aside now, let's get to the main suspects of today's episode, the TV race, the most selfish race out of the three. Even though I like them a lot and I know that they are helping the Alliance, let's not forget what happened in episode 43 and how they left the cameramen to die. They escape the scene whenever there is the slightest chance to get hurt. And since other than the TV woman and cinema man, no one of them are combat-oriented, they don't really have a chance. Also, from what we've seen so far, they are not large in numbers and there are only quite few of them. They literally were hiding behind the shadows the whole time, observing the Alliance before they joined in. There is a likely chance of them playing a double.
And also, just to be clear, I never noticed it until someone pointed out. I'm so blind. I mean, like, I did notice a glimpse. I was like, nah, probably my phone's video quality bad. But apparently it was a real thing and I was just stupid.
Sided role. And after what happened in episode 55, things might get weird because the cameraman is not stupid and they know what the teleportation of the TV race looks like. And a lot of cameramen just saw a huge skull Skibidi toilet use the same teleportation. I know this does not make the TV men a traitor instantly, but there has to be a reason on why the Skibidi can use the same teleportation as the TV man. I have a few guesses on this topic. It might just be that the Skibidi toilets learned a way to use the same tech, which I don't think is the case honestly, but it could still be true. Another theory is that, as you know, we haven't really seen TV men for a long time, and in episode 54, we did get to see TV Woman for a short period of time, but it looked like she was in the middle of something before she got teleported, and she went right back to where she was after fixing up the issue with the glitch Skibidi toilet. My guess is that a TV man was captured alive, and the TV men have been dealing with this issue lately, and it might be that the Skibidi toilets asked for teleportation or the teleportation technology to release the hostage. As you know, Skibidi toilets are getting smarter and smarter as the series goes on, and they are forming actual battle strategies at this point. In episode 55, they managed to distract the Titan cameraman. In episode 47, they managed to gang up on Cinema Man and such, and TV men really might have given the Skibidi toilets an advantage to save someone from their race. Or there is one more possibility which I found unlikely considering the behaviors of the Skibidi toilets, which is that they traded with each other, but I really don't think that this would be true. Or there is a scenario.
Yeah, but it still could be a possibility. But like, who knows? Theories are supposed to be wild, crazy, and be tested, so I can't just say this and then say it is a theory, so it is a theory. But it's not facts yet, so let's see.
Scenario where there is no traitor at all, and everything that happened related to leaks of the headquarters were the doings of the Skibidi toilets, and that's how smart they've gotten at this point. We also just got a leak from episode 56 in Dafuq Boom's Discord, and it shows a TV man using his TV beam on a Skibidi toilet that looks like the large Skibidi toilet from episode 44. It also looks like they are at the ruined city as well, just like the cameramen in episode 55, so we'll hopefully get some answers on what's going on and if they might be the traitors. If you want me to make a full analysis of the leaks from the upcoming episode, make sure to let me know in the comments with what you think is going to happen in the next episode. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are getting really close to 100,000 subscribers.
Now let's go to the loading.
Today I'll be talking about and analyzing the new sneak peeks and leaks from the new upcoming episode 56 of Skibidi Toilet. As you might know, leaks are sent to Dafuq Boom's Discord server before a new episode comes out. I usually don't make videos on these, but today's leaks seemed very interesting. I don't know when exactly the new episode will come out, but I can confidently say that it's most likely coming out on the 9th. Make sure to watch the video until the end and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the episode 56 analysis tomorrow. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the sneak peeks. Normally, Dafuq posts the sneak peeks himself, but this time, the owner of the Discord posted them himself, most likely because Dafuq wants to focus on making a great episode instead of getting distracted by the Discord server. The first sneak peek was posted more than 5 hours ago at this point, and we finally got to see the TV men after a long while. It's very clear they are in the ruined city from the last episode, and this gets confirmed in the other leak, which is actually crazier than this one, but we'll get to that later in the video. This sneak peek shows us a Skibidi toilet that looks like the spider Skibidi toilet, which Cinema Man punched in the face, breaking his sunglasses in episode 44. We can also see the TV man using his TV beam. It kind of seems like the dark purple beam has turned into a bluish color, but that might just be because of the lighting, since the only times...
Yeah, maybe it's the sunlight, you know. The screen being purple, I actually thought it might be UV light or something, you know, ultraviolet. But I'm not too sure anymore.
We've seen the TV man use their beams were at nighttime. I'm not going to make any assumptions on this until the episode comes out.
You're not gonna make assumptions? Don't worry, I will, so I can take the backlash. It's fine.
But this screenshot from the episode seems fairly normal, but the main question we should be asking is, why is he there? Was he there all along? Was he the one who teleported the skull Skibidi toilet there in the last episode?
Wait, it's the simp. The simp is over here. The brown coat cameraman that fell in love with TV woman.
Or did the cameraman call him there to confront them about the teleporting Skibidi toilet? Even though we can't make out anything from this image, the second sneak peek that was posted on Discord reveals a lot of stuff that we can speculate on, and it might even be the start of a beef between the TV race and the camera race. The second we look at this new screenshot, it's very clear that the TV man is disappointed or angry at the POV cameraman. And if we look at the cameraman, it's not like they are in a position where they want to protect us. The cameraman on the left looks like he is either scared of what might happen or holding another cameraman kind of like a hostage, but I'll get to the hostage theory after. So let's first assume that the cameraman is hiding behind another cameraman because he is scared. Are we going to see the TV man kill a cameraman in the next episode? If that were to happen, things would start going crazy in the war. But maybe the POV cameraman has done something very bad that caused them to fail a mission. We can't really know what happened until the episode comes out, but if the POV cameraman is one of the cameramen that we love the most, like the plunger cameraman, stuff might go really bad. As you know, the plunger cameraman had a different vibe last episode and he looked a little tired. Maybe he messed up something, who knows? If that's the case, we might get to see a cool fight and maybe the TV man fighting melee combat for the first time. But the way the other cameramen are looking at the scene both confuses and worries me, because the cameraman on the right side literally looks like he is on the same side as the TV man instead of the POV cameraman. What could we have done to deserve treatment like this?
I hope it's not
what do you
bad.
think? Let me know in the comments. Now,
and also I did not see the next episode yet. I only seeing the theories. I haven't seen episode 56.
let's assume that the cameraman on the left is actually holding this other cameraman as hostage as well. Because if you look at the right side, there is no road, and this place seems like it's a remote place that's not near the main road in episode 55, and this meeting looks like it's happening in secret. If you look at the two cameramen on the back, you can see that they are looking out to see if anyone is coming, and 3 cameramen are armed, but the one on the furthest left is not. This gives me the impression that the ones on top are lookouts. The one on the furthest left is being interrogated or has been taken hostage like us. The cameraman behind him is most likely holding him in place so that he doesn't escape, and the one on the right might be responsible for the POV cameraman. From the looks of it, things are about to go to another level after this episode, and some internal conflict might be starting. What if these cameramen are the ones who weren't happy with Titan Cameraman's comeback in episode 50? That would make a lot of sense if you ask me. Now, I really do wonder if the TV men and some of the cameramen are betraying the Alliance and going behind their backs in this episode. Hopefully it comes out soon. If you have any theories about these 2 screenshots, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe because I'll be posting the episode 56 analysis as fast as I can. Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Episode 56 of Skibidi Toilet was just released, and we have a ton of things to talk about. After almost 10 episodes, the infected Titan Speakerman is finally back with upgrades and much more. I'll cover all the secrets and Easter eggs in episode 56 that you might have missed or didn't notice. We'll talk about the comeback of the Titan Speakermen, what the TV men said, and what that means for the cameraman, and how they are going to deal with the Titan Speakermen. Anyways, watch the video until the end so that you don't miss any interesting secrets. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. We are getting really close to 100,000 subscribers, all thanks to you. Anyways, here we go. The new episode starts with the brown-coated cameraman who was simping for TV woman in episode 54 beating a Skibidi toilet. And since this episode is happening almost right after episode 55, I'm gonna assume that the brown-coated cameraman from episode 55 wasn't the same one, since we can clearly see that this brown-coated cameraman has the yellow and purple tie. Maybe he is this mad because he wasn't able to hug the TV woman. Who knows? After this scene, we get a really questionable scene. I think the cameraman on the left covering his cameraman explains everything. This cameraman really needs to bust one out soon. But anyways, right after this, we get to see the TV man fight as well. It looks like even though his TV beams are working, they are not as effective as before, and we finally get to see the TV men use their melee skills for the first time, with him pulling out a secret blade from his wrist and killing 2 Skibidi toilets back to back. This also reveals us that his head is kind of like the TV woman's head, which had claws and could technically turn 360 degrees, and the only difference being that the TV men's head doesn't have any jetpacks that'll allow them to fly their heads. My guess is that TV men use their head.
And also the arm literally did not look right to me. Did you see the sparks? Hold on.
160 degrees.
Look,
and the only difference being that the TV men's head doesn't have any jetpacks that will allow them to fly their heads. My guess is that TV men use their heads to change their bodies if they get damaged, and their heads are their only weakness. This was also slightly confirmed in episode 47 because the Titan TV man didn't care about any damage happening to his body, but his TV monitor was easily damaged, broken. After this, the POV cameraman gets a notification on his iPad alarming that the electromagnetic parasite disabler tank was destroyed, and the mood changes instantly. The TV man comes in looking at us directly, very disappointed, and he says, "You had one job," if you reverse the video. After this, TV man instantly teleports somewhere else. What is he gonna do? Is he going to keep on helping the cameraman, or will the TV race change their sides since the Alliance keeps on failing to cure the infected Speakerman? Maybe the TV man will take the matters into his own hands. This seems plausible because of the way he said you had one job and just left. They might gather all the TV man and use the parasite disabler technology themselves to cure the infected speaker man, or maybe straight up kill the infected speaker man before everything goes out of hand. I don't think that we'll know what the TV men are planning for the next couple of episodes, but we'll most likely get a good explanation after 2 or 3 more episodes. After the TV man leaves is when the episode actually starts and we hear a big explosion and see a burning cameraman trying to escape right after another explosion. We get to see the infected Titan speaker man after all that time and...
Yo, what the... Excuse me? What are those? Just metal randomly bend around. I see that his speakers have been fixed and put back together, maybe?
He's not only back, but he is back with a ton of upgrades from the looks of it. Before we talk about what happens later in the video, let's talk about the new upgrades he got. We can clearly see that he changed his speakers on his jetpacks because they used to have white accents on the speakers, and now they are red, and this upgrade most likely strengthened them to a whole other level. They now also have armor-like properties that looks like an exoskeleton that goes all over his back, including his new weapons, which now he has 2 instead of 1. But we'll talk about the weapons in a moment. We can also see that now he has a waistband like armor that connects his jetpack to his body even more. The reason this upgrade is done is mostly because how easy it was to get rid of Cinema Man's upgrades in episode 47 with chainsaws. An extra layer of protection is always good to have. We didn't see him use his core, but I would guess that his core was modified as well, because they know that the Titan cameraman upgraded that as well. Hopefully Speakerman is powerful enough to fight against the Titan cameraman now, and we can get to see an epic fight at the end of the next season between the Titan cameraman and Speakerman.
Yeah, I hope so.
But before we get to that, let's talk about the new weapons the infected Titan Speakerman has, and if they are powerful enough to compete with the other 2 Titans. Now let's talk about the new horrifying weapons the Titan Speakerman has. The second he arrives on the scene, he starts charging his 2 blasters. At least it looks like they are being charged up. This gives me the impression that the firepower of these 2 weapons is...
Yeah, and also he kind of loaded it up like a shotgun. You know, where you just grab it by the part that you need a cock, and then you just...
Dependent on the charge, and it can change, like anything that can charge, and it looks like it also has a safety mechanism. The 3 claws on the gun looks like if they are retracted, the gun is not working, and he needs to pull them out if he wants to use the weapon. Or maybe it enables the charge-up mode, and without the claws pulled out, it can only shoot small beams, and it's used for quick fire. We can't really know this until we see it in use, but it looks like these weapons might be more powerful compared to Titan Cameraman's old blaster, which got destroyed in episode 55, which might have caused these 2 Titans to be on the same ground. After we see the Titan Speakerman shoots his new blaster, we see the horrified cameramen trying to run away from the Titan Speakermen trying to save themselves. There is one cameraman who seems smarter than the rest in this scene. And that's because this one cameraman, instead of running towards the open field, he finds an opening on the right and goes in there instead of going with the group. And after the cameraman behind this cameraman sees him running away somewhere else, this other cameraman starts running faster to the left side, going away from the open field with the large cameraman. It doesn't end well for us, as the POV cameraman and the other 2 cameramen ahead of us, because the Titan Speakerman comes in flying and starts using his new speakers on us, literally killing us with sounds. My guess is that these newly upgraded speakers can most likely affect the Titan cameraman as well. And I really
hope the sim doesn't die.
Think that we'll get to see a battle between the 2 Titans in the next season. It'll most likely be like season 15, which included episodes 45 to 47, and was a 3-episode fight between the Titan Speakerman and Cinema Man. I would love to get another season similar to that one, which shows the real power of the Titans going at each other without holding back. They are already very close to each other in the same city. And another thing is the Titan cameraman is a lot more melee-oriented with his hammer and strength, since now his hand blaster was destroyed, and the Titan Speakerman is not that strong, but he is faster and more agile compared to Titan cameraman, and now has 2 insanely powerful weapons. It seems like the battle between them will be pretty balanced unless third parties interrupt and cause a scene, just like in episode 47. With the TV man being pissed, it's very possible that we might get to see Cinema Man come back as well, and maybe even see a 2 versus 2 between G-Man, Titan Speaker Man against the Titan Cameraman and Cinema Man. If this battle were to happen, it would be crazy to watch. What do you
And also, I really hope they can save Titan Speakerman and the rest of their kind. It'll be. I really don't want them to die off.
Think is going to happen in the coming episodes. If TV men help with the Titan
yeah,
Speakerman
he's smaller
stuff,
as well.
I really don't see a future where he doesn't get cured, or maybe even survive, since he might even get killed. What do you think of the new Titan Speakerman? Do you think he is stronger than the upgraded Titan Cameraman, or are they on similar power levels? And when do you think Cinema Man will come back, because it seems like his return might be the deciding factor in the upcoming battle and could decide who wins the battle? I also have one more thing to add. As you remember in episode 55, the Titan Cameraman seemed very pissed off and already was going crazy against the Skibidi toilets, and at the end of that episode he was even more pissed because of the tank being destroyed. Him being so mad might come as an advantage to him, and if he can use it well, he should have the upper hand while going against the Titan Speaker Man. But the thing is, we might not have seen the full power and upgrades of the infected Titan Speaker Man. If you caught any secrets that I didn't mention, let me know in the comments, and I would really appreciate it if you liked
I thought I saw something. Never mind.
video and subscribed, since we are getting very close to 100,000 subscribers. Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll go over the strongest characters in the series, and we'll try to decide on who the strongest character is so far. Other than a few characters that could be very powerful, we've seen almost everyone's powers to their utmost limit. And this analysis will not just include the Alliance members, but it'll also include the Skibidi toilets as well.
Ooh.
I'll talk about who would win if there was a battle between the 3 Titans, and if any other entities could win against the Titans if they went against them. We'll also compare the powers of TV Woman, Plunger Cameraman, Mech Scientist Cameraman, Camera Woman, and more. So if you don't want to miss anything interesting, make sure to watch the video until the end. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are getting close to 100,000 subscribers, thanks to everyone that supports the channel.
Yeah, go subscribe,
here we
link
go.
in the description.
Let's first start with Plunger Cameraman, since he is one of the most liked characters in the series, and one that has been getting more and more screen time lately. Even though we still haven't really seen how the Plunger Cameraman fights lately, especially with all of his upgrades, we can assume that he is a lot more powerful compared to episode 39, where we did get to see him fight for the first time from a first-person point of view. In episode 39, he was almost killed by a Skibidi toilet that had jetpacks, and this might be the reason that he decided to get a jetpack upgrade between episodes 51 and 52. Episode 52 was the last time we saw him fight, and from the looks of it, he is quite the force to be reckoned with. As we can see, he is very fast with his jetpack movements, and it looks like he is so used to the battlefield that at this point, fighting is like breathing for him. He also had a camera upgrade in this episode and had a blue shining camera, but in episode 55, this was gone. His secondary camera isn't bright anymore. This could mean a couple of things. It might be a camera that opens at nighttime like a flashlight, because every time we saw the camera lit up, it was at nighttime to be able to see more clearly, especially while flying, because of how dark it can get. Or it could be that it opens up when he is hyped and ready to fight, because in episode 55, he looked like he was tired and had a different vibe compared to before. But we also see him on top of a huge pile of Skibidi toilets that he flushed and killed from the looks of it. No matter how you look at it, Plunger Cameraman is one of the strongest cameramen at this point, but I don't think that he is even close to any of the strongest characters in the series. He probably is in the top 3 when it comes to the strongest cameramen, but since we know Dafuq is trying to include him more and more, I feel like he'll keep on getting stronger, and even his plungers might get an upgrade later on, which will allow him to go to even crazier heights. But for now, I'll put him right under Titan Cameraman, because I don't think that either the new Mech Scientist Cameraman or the Camera Woman can beat him. But I'll get to that later in the video, so make sure to watch the video until the end. Before I move on to Camera Woman and TV Woman, I would like to add that the Plunger Cameraman is also a lot more brave compared to other entities, and he never backs down no matter what. This was shown in episode 50 when he was walking towards the battlefield while everyone was running away. So that gives him an extra advantage in fights. Compared to him, the TV race is the exact opposite, and they run away literally the second they sense a danger that could hurt them in any way. Even though TV Woman is one of the strongest and most overpowered characters in the series, after what we saw in episode 55, she would most likely escape the battlefield if she was in danger. But this doesn't mean that she would get in danger easily because her abilities are a little too OP. We know that she doesn't even need her body to live, and she controls anyone she wants if she uses her TV claws. She can also stun and pull most likely anyone other than the Titans and G-Man Skibidi Toilet. We actually don't know if the purple beam would work against large Skibidi toilets, but I would assume it does, since she can fly her head to their face and use it up close. And that's not it, she also had an orange inferno beam that burns down flesh. The problem with this ability is that we don't know if it would work against Alliance members since they are mechanical, and when she used this ability in episode 49, only the flesh of the Skibidi toilet burned down, so it might not work against the Alliance members if there were to be an internal fight. She might also have powers that we don't know of yet because her TV might have the ability to use other colors and powers. All these included with her teleportation and her being able to beat the glitch Skibidi toilet easily in episode 54, even though people were saying that
Imagine how scary it would be if you were to 1v1 each and every character that ever appeared. Each time, like 1v1 at a time. Imagine how scary and torturous it would be.
Glitch Skibidi toilet was one of the most powerful Skibidi toilets, puts her very high on the list. My guess would be that she goes right under the Titans and is the strongest entity in the Alliance after Titans. Even though she most likely cannot beat any of the Titans or the G-Man Skibidi toilet, I don't think that she would be beaten by them as well because of her skill set. She can most likely escape any scenario when it comes to fights. Before we get to the Titans and G-Man, let's talk about the newly introduced Camera Woman. We haven't really seen her abilities to their full extent, but we can guess how powerful she is with what we got so far. As you know, she was introduced in episode 52, and we learned that she has two different modes. One is the blue camera light, and the other is the red camera light. She can most likely switch between these two modes whenever she wants, and the red mode allows her to lock on too many targets at once. We don't know if there is a limit to this, but from the looks of it so far, the limit would be her ammo count. And she shoots her darts with extreme precision. There is no way of knowing how strong her darts are for now, since she only killed a few normal Skibidi toilets, but we know that her crossbow-like sniper is very strong. If she has the ability to shoot more than one bullet at the same target, or maybe even use special darts like explosive ones or ones with poison, she most likely could kill any giant Skibidi toilet without armor. We don't really know her range, but I'm assuming that her range is very long and she could just stand on a roof far away and shoot everyone. The main problem for her arises if we were to talk about melee combat. If she were to get in a fist fight, I really don't think she would have any chance of surviving, considering that it takes time for her to switch to her red mode and lock on a target. This alone puts her under Plunger Cameraman. But compared to Plunger Cameraman and TV Woman, I think she could somehow deal with the Titans if she had the right technology. Imagine if she could get her hands on some EMP-type dart that affects electronics and locks onto the Titans and shoots the special darts to them. This would disable them, giving her the win, but this most likely is a very unlikely scenario. Now let's...
So basically, if they have prep time, they're OP. Yeah, you actually... Elite Cameraman, I really hope you are watching this. Okay, so I have a theory that I can propose to you for this. So you should have maybe considered about prep time, you know? You said about proper technology, better ones, different types. Why not just say prep time? Prep time, they can prepare with the technologies of it. Bro, I keep getting
talk about who the strongest Titan is between the three Titans. Before getting into this, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and comment down below who you think is the strongest
Titan. Go check out his chat.
When talking about the strongest Titan, I'll be using their...
Yeah, go check out the Elite Cameraman's channel, link in description, subscribe to him, like his videos, go check him out.
Best versions. As you know, the Titan Cameraman has been getting upgraded more and more. Also, the Titan Cameraman is sadly in a recovery state after what happened in episode 47. And as far as I know, the Titan Speakerman is still the same as before, other than being infected. I do think that the Titan Speakerman and the Titan TV Man are going to get upgrades very soon to match the power scales. But right now, we all most likely know that the upgraded Titan Cameraman is most likely the strongest character in the series, unless the secret agent has special powers that exceeds him. But I'm not going to get into that since we don't really know anything about him. What makes the upgraded Titan Cameraman so OP is that he has an insane variety of skills at this point. As you know, he has his core, which shoots blue flames, and his laser blaster on his left hand. Even though it was destroyed in episode 55, I'll still count it in. He has his hammer that's insanely powerful, and also his right hand, which can change into different weapons, including a magnet hand and a finger gun. This hand most likely has even more variations that we haven't seen so far. The only disadvantage the Titan Cameraman has is that he is very slow and heavy. We saw this in episode 53 when he tried to kill the UFO Skibidi Toilet, but he failed. This does affect his power level a little bit, but since he mostly fights with large and giant threats, it doesn't really put a toll on him since those guys are slower as well. When it comes to the Titan Speakerman, he most likely is the least powerful among the three Titans right now. Yeah. It's not like he is not powerful, but when we were introduced to him in episode 26, he was very powerful, but he never got any upgrades so far. And back then, he was struggling to kill giant Skibidi Toilets, which the Titan Cameraman and Titan TV Man would kill with one shot. This problem also occurred in episode 32, when Titan Speakerman was having issues trying to kill a military Skibidi Toilet. He did flush it, but if he just killed him a little faster and escaped, he wouldn't have gotten infected at all. In a fight between any Titans, he would be the one to lose right now, unless he got some upgrades. We already know that he wasn't winning against the Titan TV Man,
so sad.
And they had to gang up on him to beat him in episode 47 with some of the most powerful beings in the Skibidi universe. When you think about this, even though Titan TV Man didn't win the battle that day, he was so powerful that they couldn't kill him. They did damage him a lot. But remember the last time this happened to the Titan Cameraman in episode 20, the Titan Cameraman came back a lot more stronger than before. This means that when the Titan TV Man comes back, he will be much stronger and will most likely become the strongest Titan, even beating the upgraded Titan Cameraman's current power. But that's beside the point. Right now, the thing that would decide who wins the battle between Titan Cameraman and TV Man is if the Titan Cameraman is affected by Cinema Man's TV beams. Because if he is Cinema Man already, might be stronger than the Titan Cameraman, but we don't know that yet, so I can't really say much about it. When it comes to pure strength, they are both insanely powerful. We know that Cinema Man is very strong because of his punch in episode 44, and as you know, Titan Cameraman is incredibly strong as well. He just demonstrated his powers again in episode 55 while going against the giant bathtub Skibidi Toilet and the skull Skibidi Toilet. In a hand-to-hand battle, I would say that it would be a tie right now, but if they were to use their gadgets, that's a different story. I really don't think that Cinema Man could defend himself against the gadgets the Titan Cameraman has right now. That was the reason I said...
Agreed, because if you look at their gadgets, right, TV Cameraman's gadgets is more for long and mid-range, but also prepared for close-range battles as well. But if you look at, Camera Titan. Now, Cinema Titan, however, is just literally basing off for melee, hand-to-hand, close-range combat. Because grappling hooks, claws, yeah, just basically those. He has his screen, yeah, but yeah, that's long range, but then when you get close, it's just gone.
He is the strongest right now. Cinema Man isn't really equipped with anything long range other than his TV beam, and if it doesn't affect the Titan Cameraman, there isn't much he can do in a battle against him, so what do you think? Who do you think is the strongest in the Skibidi universe? Let me know in the comments and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
Strongest one probably G-Man. Maybe, I'm not too sure. So yeah, check out his channel, like and subscribe. Go subscribe to him as well. He is... Yeah, like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye!